What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to do something I'm not very fond of, but I want to do it out of curiosity and so I can actually do some testing with it, and that is reforging a CTP. Now, initially, when this came out months ago in the Venom update, I was pretty upset, pretty angry about this system. I didn't like it, and I still don't like it. It's better than what it was. You can actually use regular CTPs to reforge a CTP. However, it is still a very expensive process. It's still a lot of RNG. But the thing is, we do currently get 2 free CTPs every month. One from the event quest, where you can actually get a CTP from the dimension chest here. You don't know what you're going to get, but the good thing about this is, if you do get, say, a CTP of authority or a CTP of patience or a CTP of refinement or transcendence, you can use any of those obelisks as fodder. You can use the CTP. If you get another CTP of energy from here, you can use the CTP of energy to reforge another CTP of energy. You could use a CTP of transcendence to reforge another CTP of transcendence, because you need the same type of CTP to reforge a CTP. You need one of them, and then you need 5 other fodder CTPs. The CTP of greed, CTP of rage, CTP of judgment, CTP of insight, and arguably the CTP of destruction or obelisk I would not use as fodder. You also get another CTP from the check and reward. We get 1 free CTP every month. It's all RNG, but again, if you get certain CTPs, you can use them as fodder. But it's still not a perfect system. It still could use improvement. I still think we should get a little bit more, in all honesty. But because we have a chance up, we're going to go ahead and go for it and try to reforge this baby. Now, I've talked to one of my alliance members who's actually been dealing with this quite some time, and he's been explaining these things to me. Evidently, if you have concentration on your cards, so if you take a look at my card stats, actually, you know what, let's go to the all card effect. I do have 2% concentration, and what that does is actually, like, whenever you have a beatdown on a CTP, and what beatdown does is it gives you an additional pierce. Well, there's a bar that's below your character when you're running around, and when that bar is full, then you'll get that beatdown proc. Well, if you have concentration, that bar will build faster. So that's something to keep in mind when it comes to having concentration. So the more concentration you have, the faster the bar will build, and that might actually make a difference, with these CTPs that have a beatdown proc. Now, there's only 3 obelisks that you can reforge currently in the game. You can reforge a CTP of regeneration, which can actually give you, when attacked while you're fully charged, it'll give you a certain percentage chance to cancel your opponent's skills, which is OP in PvP. Being able to cancel someone's skills is nuts. And the more concentration you have, the faster you'll charge up that skill, and you'll be able to cancel their skills, or charge up that proc and cancel their skills, which is crazy. And then the CTP of energy, you can reforge this, and you can actually, oh, my bad, I'm sorry. Also on the CTP of regeneration, you can also get an increased all attack. You can either get the percentage chance to cancel their skill, or get an all attack and all defensive buff. And then on the CTP of energy, you got 2 different procs you can get, where you can get an all attack buff, or you can get, pretty much beat down, which is going to give you that additional pierce when you're moving around, when you charge up that bar below your character. Pretty freaking OP. I mean, I don't know which is better, in all honesty. It might depend on which character you have. I would think the pierce would be better, but from what I've gathered from, my alliance members, is against Null and Mephisto, the moving around thing doesn't seem to work as well. If the all attack might be better. I mean, I can't confirm this. I really don't know. This is my first time dealing with this. And then you got the CTP of Transcendence, where you can get the beatdown proc. From what I've gathered, again, from my alliance members and from other players, is this isn't really a good obelisk to reforge. If you guys would like to see me reforge this in the future, let me know, and I could probably do that for you. But the main reason I'm doing this is, 1, I'm a content creator, and I want to test this thing. I'm very curious, and as you can see, I have a lot of CTPs, and I actually have 3 CTPs of energy that I can use as fodder. Now, this is not something I'd recommend or tell anybody they should do. I'm doing it because I've hoarded a lot of resources. I have a lot of CTPs. And by the way, you can also get regular CTPs of Transcendence from the dimension missions if you have hidden tickets. You actually get CTP of Transcendence here. So you can get fodder CTPs as long as you have hidden tickets. I actually have over 3,000 of those things. You'll get 2 free CTPs every month. So they do offer ways of getting those things. Now we can get a mighty CTP or a brilliant. And I believe the biggest difference between them is the brilliant CTP is just going to have higher stats than the mighty CTP. So more than likely, I'm probably going to get screwed when I do this, but we're going to actually reforge a CTP on Null. I think this is an appropriate boss or appropriate character to reforge a CTP for the first reforging. So we need 1 CTP of energy, which really blows, and then we can use whatever other CTPs. And the cubes, by the way, down there, you actually get those cubes from your world bosses, Mephisto and Null. You see, you get those cubes from here, and you can actually get them from Mephisto as well. You cannot get them from the other world bosses, which really kind of sucks. I kind of wish they would have those cubes in there just to make it a little bit more free-to-play friendly, even though it's not exactly a free-to-play friendly. I mean, that's debatable. It's arguably, you could argue about whether it's free-to-play or not. I mean, we do get 2 free CTPs every month, and you can get CTP of Transcendence from Dimension Missions. So there is an argument to be made there. But we're going to go ahead and use this. And I'm just going to use my eggs as fodder. There we go. And you got to use 5 of these babies. So normally this is a 7% chance. We actually have a 14% chance. So let's see what we get. All right. Okay, so I got all attack by 20%. And by the way, when you reforge, your orange stats actually stay the same, which is pretty damn dope. Okay, so this is actually a very lucky roll because I got 20% all attack. And by the way, just to let all of you know, the feedback that I've gotten from the players is an all attack stat on these CTPs of energy is actually going to be better for ABX, whereas the extra Pierce is going to be better for the world bosses because Pierce doesn't affect ABX. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to roll a different CTP. We're going to see if we can find a character that has a different CTP here. Let's see. So Cable's got one. This is a great character we can try this with. So we'll try to reforge his and see what we get. So again, we'll throw in the CTP. And I have these 3 CTPs of energy set aside just for this because I never use these CTPs for anything. Like I said, I have so many of these things. I just don't use them. They were on characters that I never used them before. And since we had the unequipped cost lowered by 50%, I thought this would be a good time to try to do this. So we're going to put these eggs in here. And then the CTP of patience. Okay, let's see what we get. All right, man. Okay, so I've gotten really lucky so far. Both of these CTPs that I've reforged have the highest stats for a mighty CTP. Keep in mind, if these were brilliant, these stats would be even higher. So I'm actually going to stick with this obelisk the way it is, and we're just going to re-roll another different CTP. And the good thing about this is I have one with all attack, and I have one with beat down. So I got 2 different kinds of procs on these CTPs. So we're going to find another character with a CTP of energy. Sharon Rogers. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Reforge. This will be the last one that we're going to do. And we're actually going to use these CTPs of authorities because I don't use these things for anything. Let's see what we get. Come on, here we go. Another mighty CTP. And it is just got the beatdown. The other beatdown proc is actually better. But really for a character like Sharon Rogers, who's a world boss killer, this will probably be a good obelisk. So unfortunately, I didn't get a brilliant CTP. And the question comes to mind is, should you re-roll these obelisks? Well, I mean, if you get good rolls for the mighty, like what I've gotten, then I would say no. I would probably move on to a different CTP and try to re-roll it in hopes to, or try to reforge it in hopes to getting a mighty. Now, I can actually take these CTPs and re-roll them, but I'm not going to do that because all these CTPs already have 200% damage procs. That's another thing. If these would have been brilliant, I could have got chain hit damage up to 50%. I think that the proc could go up to 240 or 250%. So that's another thing about the brilliant CTPs, that we would have a higher damage proc, more chain hit damage. They're just a whole lot stronger, but it didn't get lucky. And this is such an expensive process that I would never recommend anybody just keep going and going and going. I mean, if you do it like me, you have all these extra CTPs and you just want to reforge a CTP one time, I think that's the best way to go about it, unless you're a massive whale and you're going all out and you want to get as many of these things as possible. If I was into PvP, then I would have definitely been going for the CTPs of regeneration, because being able to cancel a skill is OP. So I'm going to be testing all these CTPs, seeing what the difference is between them, how much of a damage difference there is, and ABX and regular world boss. It's a real bummer that we didn't get it brilliant, but that's RNG for you. So let me know if you've been reforging any of your CTPs and what kind of rolls you've gotten. And I stream on Twitch at Reset, Sunday through Thursday. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.